streaming, commencer le streaming. Et nous sommes de nouveau en ligne, en live. Re-YouTube, désolé, ça a été un petit peu long. Alors attends, il faut que je partage le lien. C'est tout bugay. C'est tout bugay. Ok. Lien vidéo, copier, partager. Hop,
Attends 2 secondes.
voilà. Normalement, on
Attends.
est live sur YouTube et le lien a été posté sur Discord.
Ouais. Attends, parce que j'ai foutu ça. Voilà.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Ah voilà, c'est bon.
Donc désolé YouTube, on a été un petit peu plus long que prévu parce que Julien était curieux de savoir ce qui se passait si on choisissait le capitaine Anderson plutôt que l'ambassadeur Udina. Et la réponse est que on a effectivement Captain Anderson qui est choisi et qui dit exactement les mêmes mots que Udina. Voilà. Donc Mass Effect 1 c'est fini. Bienvenue à Mass Effect 2. J'avais dit à Mass Effect 1 que l'introduction de Mass Effect 1 était la meilleure introduction de tous les temps, jusqu'à l'introduction de Mass Effect 2. Donc on va bientôt arriver là-dedans. C'est pour ça que je voulais pas trop répondre à tes questions, Julien, sur est-ce qu'on va faire un nouveau personnage ou pas. On va bientôt le voir. Et puis déjà, on peut voir que nous avons une PlayStation dans le menu principal. Ça ressemble un peu à une PlayStation, non? T'es mort, Julien? J'entends pas. J'entends personne sur Discord, je parle tout seul. Aïe 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 aïe, je parle tout seul. Je parle tout seul. Des petits problèmes techniques sur Discord, les amis. Je suis en train d'essayer de régler ça. Il va falloir que je relance.
Un œil parce que je bossais à côté, du coup je voulais mettre.
D'accord.
Ah, ça y est,
Ça va?
je vous
Ça, tu t'es
entends.
bien, ça t'a un peu amusé quand même.
Du coup, j'ai fait un gros monologue. Tu sais quoi, je vais relancer le. Je vais relancer le. Non, je le couperai au montage, c'est pas grave.
De quoi?
J'avais fait un gros monologue où j'expliquais un petit peu.
Ah, le truc. Ouais, parce que du coup, oui, je t'entendais pas, c'est pour ça que je te disais. Et puis le stream, il
Eh
marchait
oui,
pas.
mais je pense que YouTube marchait. Quoique.
Ouais.
Est-ce que YouTube marche? J'ai l'impression que ça marche. J'ai bien une. Oui, oui, YouTube marche.
Donc,
Donc.
là, t'as le stream en pause. Ah, attends, encore.
Ouais, c'est parce que. C'est bon là,
Ok.
tu
Ouais,
vois?
là, ça va, ouais, ça va, là, ouais.
Voilà. Donc je disais qu'on avait une PlayStation ici. C'est une
Ouais.
PS3 ou une PS4 ça?
De quoi? Où ça?
Là en bas à
Ah,
droite.
là? Oh, c'est pas une PlayStation,
Non,
ça?
c'est pas une PlayStation, mais ça me fait un peu penser la forme à une PS4, je
Ouais.
crois.
Ouais, une PS4,
Bref.
ouais, peut-être, à la limite.
La PS2 là qu'ils avaient pris la Slim.
Ou la Slim PS2, ouais. Pas une PS3, c'est sûr, en tout cas.
Bref, du coup, pendant l'interlude, tu me disais, j'ai pris une capture d'écran, comme ça on n'aura pas à recréer le personnage. Mais, tata.
Oh, voilà. C'est bien ça. Ah, on
Et
peut même faire... Il y a 2 saves.
voilà, alors il y a deux saves YouTube, en fait c'est parce que pendant l'interlude, on a refait le boss final pour voir ce que ça changeait si on choisissait
Anderson à la place de
Anderson à la
Udi.
place de Nina. Et du coup, on choisit effectivement Anderson et Anderson prend la responsabilité, mais en fait il dit exactement les mêmes mots que Udina.
Il a juste le point enlevé à la fin. C'est genre... Il est plus résolu, tu vois, mais moi,
Il est c'est moins dictateur, quoi.
c'est moins le dictateur, ouais.
Du coup, save 1, c'est la première, donc ça
Ouais,
doit être.
c'est la vraie, de toute façon.
C'est la vraie, donc let's go.
Ouais, ouais.
Et donc, je disais au début de Mass Effect 1, l'introduction de Mass Effect 1 est la meilleure introduction de tous les temps, jusqu'à celle de Mass Effect 2.
D'accord, attention. Asseyez-vous à vos sièges. Cramponnez-vous. Alors,
Est-ce qu'on passe en Insanity?
je sais pas, est-ce que tu penses que c'était trop facile?
Bon,
Euh,
c'était pas très dur. En même temps, à partir du 2, le combat est beaucoup plus présent que dans le premier, est beaucoup plus dynamique et
Ouais.
également beaucoup plus difficile. Je pense que je referai le jeu en Insanity moi-même, ne serait-ce que pour avoir les achievements, parce que je suis une pute d'achievement. Mais pour l'agréabilité, je conseille de pas mettre au-delà d'hardcore, je pense, pour le stream.
Ah,
Ouais,
mais la dernière fois, on avait joué en Insanity, je me rappelle, non? Je sais pas ça.
non, sur Mass Effect 1, on était en hardcore aussi. Enfin, on
Ouais,
était pas
bon.
dans le dernier mode de...
Ouais, ok.
Oui,
Auto level up, non.
Non.
Subtitle, ouais.
Ouais, si, c'est bien. Autosave run, oui, c'est bien. Ok.
Allez, on peut y aller.
Et...
Name. Ah, faut qu'on refaire du coup? Attends.
Ah, en fait, tu peux refaire tous les choix. Ah,
Donc on était...
on peut dire que... Ah non,
Quoi? Attends! Qu'est-ce que tu nous as fait là?
Je sais pas, je pense que l'UI est mal faite. J'ai cliqué sur une flèche pour voir ce qui se passait, mais c'était pas... Ça a lancé le jeu.
Yes. Bon, bah.
Ce thème est formidable.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending her to fight Geth. Geth! We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow her. She's a hero, a bloody icon. But she's just one woman. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose her.
Oh, il a des implants.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down! Multiple hull breaches! Weapons offline! Somebody get that fire out!
beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
En bas.
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either.
On va donner un ordre.
Get to the damn shuttles! I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
Commander!
Get the hell out of here!
Il a récupéré l'armure d'Ashley.
Tout ça pour qu'on puisse changer de vaisseau quand même, c'est un peu abusé.
Go! Go!
Oh no!
Dans l'espace, personne ne nous entendra crier.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
Don't be stupid.
The Normandy's dead, just like us if we don't get the hell out of here.
No, we just have to... Oh no. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm!
Voilà, tu demandais si on devait refaire un personnage. Ben, la question elle est vite répondue. Ouf.
C'est pas la peine, je pense. Attends,
Ouais, je connais pas ce truc.
Bon, vas-y, mais yes, si tu veux.
Bon, après, moi je peux le refaire en solo, hein, mais effectivement, les événements de Mass Effect, hein, c'est peut-être pas la peine.
Ouais.
C'est comme tu veux.
Beau, mais... Bon, on peut faire ça, doit se faire vite, non? Vas-y. Ils ont mis ça.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine, you haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Alenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Lieutenant Alenko made the mistake of getting too close. Hit him with some type of energy. I grabbed him and threw him out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move. Could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Udina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Udina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led us to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, and disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace that they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions, but not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat. But they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I'd need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara. A Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species, Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Caden was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I decided discretion was the better part of valor, and kept my focus on our goal, finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Noveria, where he'd enslaved the queen of a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni queen. The queen's drones were everywhere, and they were not happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone, with the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer. But we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base and all its research. Rex disagreed, violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split my team into 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign, the Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he'd found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but it wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Ash was a good friend, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Caden. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. I'd never tell anyone, but I had my doubts. Leaving Ashley behind had hardened my resolve, but revealed a weakness in my defenses. How many more friends and allies would I be willing to sacrifice in order to stop Saren? We arrived on Ilos close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died like every species before them, but a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He'd caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope that the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Council fleets battled Saren's army outside the Citadel, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet. The battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left to me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician, ruthless and ambitious. He would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be placed before him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. I didn't much like Udina, but sometimes you need a pit bull on your side. Someone willing to be the bad guy, for the sake of the greater good. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned cleanup duty, routing out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
C'est plutôt solide comme PD.
C'est pas mal du tout comme résumé, mais il y a un petit peu... du coup, le conseil s'est refait quand même.
Oh.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus
Allô?
Project will proceed as planned.
Je t'entendais pas.
Je parlais pas.
Ah ok d'accord.
Enfin, je disais qu'ils avaient un petit peu redcon sur le conseil parce qu'ils sont forts.
Ouais. Oui et puis un autre truc, Saren il a choisi de mourir à la fin.
Ouais, je pense qu'ils ont pas couvert toutes les possibilités.
Ouais.
C'est déjà pas mal.
Mais c'était pas mal solide ouais.
C'est trop classe.
Piou piou piou. Ouais.
C'est absolument trop classe.
Okay. Nice.
Voilà, j'étais un petit peu trollé.
Il manque des cicatrices, attends. Comment on peut...
Ah, c'est ça bah, c'est ça la default face. En fait, je sais pas pourquoi ils ont changé l'apparence par défaut de Female Shepard dans Mass Effect 3. Et
Ouais.
du coup, en fait, ils ont repris le moteur de Mass Effect 3 au niveau des personnages.
Ouais.
Et du coup, c'était pas, elle ressemblait pas exactement à ça, la défaut. Mais...
Ah non, on prend la même, de toute façon, mais moi je voulais mettre des cicatrices, là, y a pas. Ça va pas.
Euh...
Je suis sûr que si on accepte, on va pas pouvoir.
Bah, tu voulais rajouter quoi comme cicatrice?
Oh, j'en sais rien. Bah, elle ressemble pas tout à fait. Hein.
Ah bah si, là, c'est la même.
Ah, j'ai envoyé la photo pour preuve. Hein. Attention.
Bah, après, il me semble que j'avais mis le code quelque part dans le channel.
Le code de quoi?
Le code de création du personnage. Mais on peut le retrouver si on regarde.
Ah, le code de création. Attends, où est-ce qu'il est celui-là? C'est dans le channel?
Non, j'ai pas dû le mettre. Mais
Mais tu dû sauvegarder quelque
si.
part.
Bah, en fait, il était. On peut le copier-coller. On peut le recréer à partir de la vidéo. Mass Effect 1. Création du personnage.
Ouais,
Ouais,
pourquoi
mais
pas. C'est bien, ouais, c'est bien comme ça.
au
Non, c'est
milieu,
bien comme ça. Au
c'est
milieu,
très
c'était
bien.
bien. Ouais, ouais c'était bien.
On dit qu'on faisait un personnage féminin.
Et.
Si tu veux, je note, attends. Ok, vas-y,
Les
finalise.
oreilles, si, c'était dans Facial Structure. Non,
Est-ce
c'était
que
là
c'est
dans
vraiment
Head. Ear size, on peut devenir. Ah, il y a un moment, je fais le con avec la taille des oreilles.
Ouais. Ah, ok,
Il y a
ouais,
l'orientation des oreilles.
Ouais, c'est pour savoir si tu les auras de 90 degrés ou pas. Non, mais c'est bien, au milieu, c'est
J'étais sûr qu'il allait.
Je suis vraiment génial, putain.
Oui,
Je sais
c'est
pas
ton
pourquoi
droit,
je me relance
Ouais,
pas
voilà,
dans
c'est
le
bien comme ça.
streaming.
Non, mais c'est standard. Leur streaming.
Alors, le code, putain, il est long, hein.
Vas-y,
C'est
vas-y.
7L3.
7L3.
Point D9G.
D9G.
Point M17.
M17.
Point F8. AJ.
AJ.
DQ.
DQ.
Point 61Q.
61Q.
Point 1DA.
DA.
Point 111.
111.
Point F6.
F6.
Point 41K.
41K.
Point EG6.
EG6.
Point 1XY.
Y.
Point A.
Point A.
Ouais.
Ok, c'est bon.
Alors, du coup, si on fait Custom Appearance, yes.
Hein Pourquoi c'est en pause là ton stream?
Oui, c'est parce que c'est dans Discord, il est en.
Donc là on a.
Le code,
Donc ah oui alors attends je t'envoie. Ah mais attends je l'ai noté sur papier.
Ah putain bon bah
vas-y,
t'as le droit de me le redicter alors.
Ouais 7L3 point. Non ça va. Avec majuscule L je pense. Je sais pas si ça marche.
Ouais j'imagine que le truc est suffisamment.
D9G point M17 point F8AJDQ point 61Q 61 oh restream en pause.
Ouais c'est bien.
Ah
ok.
Alors attends ouais après 1DA point 111 point F6 point 41K point EG6 point 1XY en 1XY point A.
Ok. Tu as raté quelque chose.
Bah non, on n'a rien raté, je pense que c'est juste que c'est pas le même code en fait. Ils ont dû modifier des trucs.
Non, c'est fait pour que tu puisses...
Oui, mais c'est fait pour que tu fasses faut que tu refasses le même sur le 1, mais pas sur le 2.
Ah bah si, c'est le principe.
Attends,
du
attends,
truc.
là, mais là, ça a été retransformé le code, t'as vu? Là, par exemple, D9G, M17, F8, F8A, c'est déjà mort, tu vois. Attends, M17, F8A, JDQ. Ah non, tu vois, il y a un point à FA, faut enlever le point de...
Ah oui, c'est pas le même format.
Entre F8A, F8A. Alors après, t'enlèves le point. Voilà, ici. Et... Attends, après, bah oui, il y a des trucs qui ont été transformés. 1DA, triple 1, F6, point. F6 point, et après, t'as le 64 là, F64 c'est F6 point, et après c'est 41K, et après c'est EG6, ouais, EG6 point, 1W, 1XY,
1
XY,
1XY,
ouais, 1XY, ouais. Ah, ça. Tu peux copier ça déjà, ouais. Ça... Ah, il se retransforme tout seul, tu vois, je sais pas.
ouais, non mais c'est bizarre.
Non, mais je pense que le mieux c'est qu'on revienne en arrière et qu'on reprenne le... On peut pas le faire en fait, c'est ça. Non, mais tu vois, par exemple...
Attends,
Du coup, à mon avis, le début il est pareil, ouais, effectivement.
Parce qu'il y a quelque chose qui va pas. Peut-être que je te l'ai mal dicté. Attends, je te reprends de l'autre côté. 7L3.D9G.M17.F8A.JDQ.
Oui, il manquait un point, ouais. Il manquait un point, effectivement, du coup.
Ok.
Ouais, voilà. Donc, oui.
Donc point .JDQ, point .61Q,
Ouais.
point .1DA, point .111, point
Ouais.
F66.
Ah, moi t'avais dit F6.
Ah.
Du coup, F66, ouais.
Ok. Point 41K.
Ouais.
Point EG6, point 1XY, point A.
Ouais, du coup, c'est ça, il manquait le F66. Donc, en fait, là, t'as... Attends. Du coup, le point, il était remis. Il faut que tu mettes dans... Ouais, il faut que... Ça, c'est bon, tout ça, c'est bon.
Ok. Ah,
Jusqu'à F... Non, ça, c'est bon, ouais. Ça, c'est bon aussi, ça, c'est bon. C'est à partir du F, là, il faut mettre 66. Après, c'est point 41K. Et après, c'est EG6. Et après, c'est 1W... 1XY. Non, 1XY. Ouais.
Ah, on y est presque. Non. Ok, c'est bien.
Donc c'est... attends, 41K, XY, 1XYA. Point A. Ouais, là c'est bon là normalement.
Ok,
ah, c'est mieux.
Le point A, il s'en fout. Ok, bon, c'était bien ça là.
Bah ouais, du coup là c'est bon, mais il manque les cicatrices.
Ok, tout ça pour avoir des cicatrices.
Bah je suis sûr qu'ils les ont enlevés en fait, ça doit être ça.
Ouais, le A, ça doit être les cicatrices. Bon, en fait, on s'est fait chier, mais je t'avoue que c'était pas la peine.
Mais on a gagné du maquillage. Non, je sais pas. Non, je suis même pas sûr.
Tu vas... Ah, on peut changer de classe si on veut.
Bah non, on regarde la même classe.
Okay.
Ah, quoi que je sais pas.
Donc on était...
Sentinelle.
On était Sentinelle. Non, on était Adepte.
Adepte, on était quoi nous? On était...
Non, Adepte, c'est...
Non, on était ingénieur, On était ingénieur, attends, fais voir.
Non,
non, Sentinelle,
Sentinelle,
c'est quoi?
C'est le mix entre biotique et science. Ouais, enfin bref, c'est le mix entre Adepte et Engineer. Engineer, c'est plus...
Ouais, ok.
Bon, bah...
On est reparti.
Ouais, non, c'était...
On s'est fait cloner? Non? Ah non, elle est juste vivante en fait. Elle est pas morte.
Oh my God, Miranda. I think she's waking up.
Ah, on s'est fait
Damn
cloner
it,
quoi.
Wilson, she's not ready yet. Give her the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost her.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Tout sera expliqué en temps et en heure.
Wake up, Commander.
Voilà les cicatrices.
Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack.
C'est pour ça qu'on pouvait pas en mettre.
Your scars aren't healed, but I need you to
J'aurais
get
dû
this
t'arrêter
facility is under
c'était
attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind cover now. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Ouais, des
Looks like they
munitions.
set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off.
Là, ça devient du sérieux. Là.
Bah, y a vraiment le gameplay.
Keep moving, we need to get to the shuttles.
Oh. Tire dans la tête.
Je pense que celui-là c'est un achievement qui va me compter. Ok. Alors, il va falloir que je change tout de suite les keybinds. ZQSD, oui. Là, non, c'est sûr. Ah mon dieu, faut que je trouve le truc qui est bindé sur left control. Left control walk. Non. Voilà, je peux parler sans être lent. Tu veux toujours rejoindre?
Ouais.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Take cover.
Ouais, c'est stylé. Bien. Oh oh. Big boss.
Not cool.
Tu peux ramener tes bouts. Tu peux pas ramener tes munitions, t'es à fond. Tu peux récupérer de l'équipement là ou c'est que t'as pas
je suis à fond. Ouais,
cool.
ouais, du coup, gros changement entre le 1 et le 2. Le 2 est beaucoup plus proche du FPS que du RPG.
D'accord, ouais.
En termes de...
More reinforcements. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them out.
We've been spotted.
Efficace. Oh là là.
Ouais, pas beaucoup de munitions. La caméra est plus sympa, le personnage est beaucoup plus beau aussi.
Quoi là, une roue de secours dans le dos?
C'est mon grenade launcher.
Ah, d'accord. Ça, c'est jamais les jeux où il y a des grenades launcher. Oh, des crédits.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Yes, fuck.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Est-ce que tu comprends mieux ce qui s'est passé?
Ouais, enfin ils ont récupéré un morceau de corps qui marchait pas très bien.
Voilà. C'est tout à fait ça.
Oh. Ah, il s'est tellement pas visé. Oh. Et il a un lance-grenade.
Voilà.
Vous jouez à armes égales du coup. Armes égales.
Incoming! Gravity's one mean mother, huh? Shut. What the hell? Yeah! Tag! What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
Need answer.
Look, pal. I don't know where I am or how I got here. Plus, my head feels like an overripe melon ready to split open. How about you fill me in a little?
Damn. Yeah, I forgot this is all new to you. Sorry about that. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
J'en ai marre de prendre des heures, vas-y.
Ever since I woke up, someone's been telling me where to go and what to do. I need answers.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
C'est où à gauche? À gauche?
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Droite, droite.
Maybe it's time we got moving.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff. That's it. Falling back. Got it. Shotgun! Ready to get the hell off this station?
Vas-y, vas-y, des questions.
Before we go anywhere, I need some answers.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Investigate. Normandy crew, oui.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Ils sont où là maintenant?
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
Ok, je vais les trouver.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
Investigate? No. Attack on the station?
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it, what they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
Ok, on y va.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get her out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Chikiwi.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Ah oui, je suis le droit de pouvoir aussi.
Et Karma et pistole truc là.
Est-ce que j'ai le droit de les mettre
En quick. Tu peux les drag peut-être, non? On a cliqué dessus.
J'ai le droit de cliquer dessus. Les drags,
Ouais, ils expliqueront sûrement.
Ouais, j'imagine.
Damn it, Wilson. This was
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
nice trick.
À la fin de la première mission,
They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh god! I'm hit! They shot me!
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who she was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter her identity in any way, if she's somehow not the woman she used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
Je me rappelle de toi.
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Medi-gel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Medi-gel from the first aid station on the wall.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, hmm? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
Rien à bête.
I don't care who set up who. Those mechs are shooting at all of us. We'll sort it out later.
We need to find Miranda first. We can't just leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Maybe, maybe not.
Haven't known her long enough to trust her.
This project was Miranda's baby. She'd never sabotage it.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor, but that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... Overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles.
T'as plus rien d'armure.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
T'es pas bien, toi.
Okay, we took him down, but this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if she's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Je les connais pas.
Should I recognize that name?
Maybe that's a side effect of your recovery. You and Cerberus certainly have a history. According to the Alliance, we're a radical pro-human splinter group. You wiped out several of our research bases. But things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive man. Yeah.
Elusive man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Ouais, bah... T'as d'avoir des réponses.
I don't care what his name is, he just needs to answer my questions. All of them.
He spent a lot of money and time bringing you back. I'm sure he'll be more...
Pourquoi il s'arrête sa phrase? En bas à gauche, c'est pas une barre de vie, c'est une barre de mission. Si tu veux te faire des tâches,
Oh, t'es quand même presque mort là.
Alors c'est ça, j'ai encore toute ma vie après. Oui, la vie dans ce jeu de mémoire, quand tu récupères ton shield, tu récupères ton tel.
D'accord.
Qui est down, après tu commences à prendre cher et tu t'as couvert.
Firing.
T'as vu, je suis au sol et j'ai tiré.
Ouais.
Ah, il est mort, d'accord.
J'ai beaucoup de balles. Hein. Grenade.
Ah.
Tu veux la conserver pour...
J'ai pas... Ah oui, tu veux dire le...
Come on over!
The test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
C'est trop cool. C'est le jeu est énorme et vachement plus joli déjà. Enfin, c'est...
Ouais, ça change pas mal. Ouais.
C'est impressionnant. Bon, les explosions de... pas mal.
Il a loupé sa surprise.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Donc pareil,
Ouais.
hein, dans ce genre de wheel, a priori à gauche ça ne fait pas avancer le dialogue. Donc, si on va à droite, on pourra plus jamais faire ça.
Ouais, on va celui du en bas à gauche, elle me plaît bien.
You should have taken him alive, see what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
Ok, je savais qu'il mentait.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get her to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Vas-y, on investigue. On détruit. Oh, on est où? En haut, ouais.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
Vas-y. Survivors, ouais.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
Ouais, investigate. Destination. Ouais.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
Au-dessus du haut.
Not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
Ok. Ouais, Lazarus Project, puis...
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What?
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
Bon, on y va.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Ouais, je veux bien.
This is a waste of time. I feel as good as ever.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you grew up on Earth. Tough environment, no parents. You enlisted and led troops during some heavy fighting, most notably on Torfin. Do you remember taking on some Batarian slavers?
Ouais, nécessaire.
Those bastards were dug in deep in a fortified bunker. I sent a lot of good soldiers to their deaths. That's how it had to be.
You got the job done. That's all that matters. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
Ouais, je suis là.
Being in command means that sometimes you give orders knowing that your people are gonna die. That can't affect your decisions. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander. And I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Un smiley.
C'est trop classe.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Je me trimballe avec Matt Armor, c'est cool. Tu veux causer à Jacob ou à Miranda?
Bah, ça fait quoi si on leur parle?
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
C'est pareil, c'est pour lui, j'imagine.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
Ok.
Voilà. À gauche, on a quoi? Oh, customize. Oh, c'est comment il s'appelle lui là déjà? Dans Gardien de la Galaxie.
Ah, Starkiller.
C'est ça.
C'est un petit
peu. Non mais on va laisser sa tête. Et en dessous c'est quoi?
Bah en fret, assis.
Bon, et là c'est quoi les tentes? Oh, n'importe.
Non.
Oh là là, oh là là. Tu peux choisir ta tente. Ouais mais laisse comme... Ah ça c'est sympa aussi, tu me diras.
Pas mal.
Ouais.
Non, je crois pas là.
Non mais bleu-gris c'est bien. Ouais vas-y. Bon ça change pas bien grand chose. Ça c'est pas mal, c'est le début c'est ça.
Bah sauf que du coup on a changé le matériel.
Ok. Bah, c'est bien comme ça.
Allez.
C'est à peu près comme ça qu'elle était.
Ouais, c'est vrai.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
Je veux des réponses.
From what I hear, I cost you a fortune. Why'd you do it?
For the defense and preservation of humanity. I didn't spend 2 years and billions of credits bringing you back to serve as a common soldier. But humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
Trêve de plaisanterie.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Investigate, ouais. Cerberus.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Investigate. Alliance.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
The Alliance is overwhelmed by the responsibility you gave them. They're too busy building relations to put resources into verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
Okay. Well, maybe I believe. ça.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Je vais leur faire confiance, c'est gauche.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
Est-ce que j'ai un choix?
Is this a volunteer job or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
On a des squad points.
Il y a quelque chose de funky avec la lumière là. J'ai lu qu'ils avaient fait des mods pour restaurer un peu des trucs qu'ils avaient cassés chez BioWare. Ça pourrait peut-être valoir le coup que je regarde ça. J'ai l'impression qu'on a plutôt renégat.
Plutôt.
Ok. Alors, dans Mass Effect 2, on a moins de pouvoirs, mais ils sont beaucoup plus souvent utilisables en fait.
D'accord.
Donc là, Fro, dans Mass Effect 1 de base, il est à 60 secondes de cooldown, et là, je dirais au hasard que c'est plutôt dans les 10 secondes.
D'accord.
Le niveau 1 coûte 1 point, le niveau 2 coûte 2 points, le niveau 3 3 points, le niveau 4 4 points.
Ouais, ok.
Et
donc
au
là, on
niveau
a.
4, en fait, tu choisis une spécialisation du pouvoir.
D'accord.
Et
Donc là, on peut pas choisir encore Overload, Cryoblast et Warp, c'est ça?
Alors, Overload, il faut d'abord qu'on ait Tech Armor niveau 2, et Cryoblast, il faut qu'on ait Overload niveau 2, et Warp, il faut qu'on ait Fro niveau 2.
Bah, on va mettre Fro au niveau 2 du coup.
Et Mass Effect 2 introduit les combos. Il me semble que si tu warp quelque chose qui est sous l'effet d'un Fro, d'un lift, ça fait une explosion biotique.
D'accord, ok.
Donc effectivement, ça me paraît être un bon choix de choper warp.
Ouais, ok. Bon, on est pas mal comme ça.
Voilà, ça ici. On a un point de plus.
Est-ce qu'on consomme le point? C'est ça la question. Ouais, vas-y.
Moi, je vois marquer que là, c'est important qu'on chope ça le plus rapidement possible en fait.
Ça fait quoi? Ça fait plus de vie, moins de power recharge? Ouais, ok, moins de cooldown. Ouais.
Et surtout quand on gagne plus de Renega ou de Paragon.
Ah oui, vas-y, on fait ça. Ouais,
Alors après, c'est peut-être rétroactif aussi, donc je sais pas trop.
Bon, mais vas-y, mets-le. Oh.
C'est toujours bien.
Peut-être monter ça en premier en vrai.
Et puis il est 23h54 en fait. C'est peut-être un point
pour se mettre en pause.
Pour s'arrêter pour
Ouais.
J'ai hâte, hein. Vraiment Mass Effect 2, c'est... Tu vas voir que c'est incroyable. C'est vraiment... c'est hyper cool. Ok, et ben, je suis content d'être de retour.
On a failli croire qu'on a failli mourir.
Ouais. Non mais... Ouais. Bon, et j'espère que t'es hyper hypé pour la suite parce qu'il y a de quoi être hyper hypé. La première mission est un peu poussive, mais après,
Non, ça a l'air bien.
ce qui est vraiment bien, t'as vraiment. Donc dans Mass Effect 1, t'as vraiment mis en place de l'univers et de l'histoire, et t'as un peu d'interaction avec les personnages, ce qu'on n'a pas fait du tout.
Ouais.
On n'a pas dans le 2, t'as vraiment après chaque mission, tu peux aller voir les personnages, voir comment ils se sentent. T'as vraiment, tu peux faire ça entre chaque mission. Et on n'est pas obligé évidemment, hein, mais tu as vraiment une relation qui grandit avec les personnages, et tu t'attaches vraiment à eux, quoi. C'est vraiment à partir du 2 que t'as pas simplement l'univers qui a été construit, maintenant t'as vraiment des gens à l'intérieur de cet univers, quoi.
Ouais, j'ai hâte de voir ça. Ouais.
Allez. Je coupe. Allez, salut, bisous.